Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, you might want to grab some tissues because it's kind of a sad one. Not kind of, it is. But I felt it was important to share with you guys this because it kind of goes along with why like sometimes I might do awkward things in my videos, especially like talking about Christmas and like traditions and just family, because this Christmas is going to be the hardest Christmas myself and my whole family has to deal with. Here goes. On September 22nd, I lost a very important woman in my life. I lost my Aunt Joanne. She lost her battle with brain cancer, and it hit my family hard. And we haven't had a death like this since my cousin Brandon passed away when I was a kid. And so this like absolutely destroyed us because my aunt was wonderful. She was truly one of the greatest person I've ever met in my life. So that was extremely hard. If that wasn't hard enough though, a week later my grandma passed away. And that was completely unexpected. Like, I was in shock that it even happened. And keep in mind, this all happened within a few weeks of my wedding. So you could imagine that I would want to be like, call the whole wedding off, I'm too upset to do this. But we went on with the wedding and it was great. We had a fantastic time and people are still talking about it. But anyways, losing them has been extremely hard, and just going to be together for the holidays is going to be even harder because like Joanne loved Christmas. Like, she had 3 or 4 trees in her house and it was always like extremely decorated, and then Grandma loved being with everyone. Well, Joanne did too, but you know, they loved being with us and they were huge, important women in my life and for my whole family. And losing both of them at the same time, it's like, I keep saying it's hard, but it's like I don't even know any other word to describe it besides the fact that it is so hard. It made the semester super hard and made the wedding super hard. Like, that's the reason why I even cried on my wedding, is because they weren't there. Like, I know they were there in spirit, but they weren't physically there, and they were both so excited for the wedding that it tore a lot of us up that they weren't there. And it kills me. Some days are much harder than others. Like, finding the motivation just to do the simplest tasks, like go to school or even just get out of bed, because they were just both so great and so important to me. Like, my aunt and my grandma were both huge supporters of me. Like, I know if they were still here, I know like Joanne would be watching my videos and telling me how much she loved them and commenting on them and everything. It's been extremely hard. Like, you know, Facebook memories pop up and I get like see the picture or whatever and there's Joanne's comment, and it's always like, you're so beautiful, love you. And she always called me boo boo or boo, so I was her boo boo. And you know, I miss that. I miss coming over and her saying, what's happening, boo boo? And you know, talk to her about what's going on. And you know, just she was everyone's confidant throughout the whole family. Like, if you needed to get away and go talk to someone, she was the person to go talk to. Like, everyone ran away to her house. Like, I would call her and be like, Joanne, my mom's being mean to me, will you come get me? And she always would, because she loved being around us. She loved us all very much like if we were her own. She was like everyone's second mom. And she took care of everyone, and she was truly a great, amazing person. Like, words cannot even describe how awesome she was. And it's just, you know, it's really hard not having her here. It's also really hard not having my grandma here, you know. I miss going over there and her giving me a hug, and every time she gave me a hug, she'd always tell me how proud she was of me, and so happy that I was going back to school and making something of myself. And even if it was taking me forever, she didn't care. She was still very proud. And so, like, getting my degree and finishing school has now been more important than ever, because I'm doing it not just for myself, but I'm really doing it for her, because I made her so proud, and I know I'm still making her proud. And it's just like, it sucks, man. You know, she would always cook us dinner, and she ended up moving, my grandpa moved next door to my parents, and I was still living there when they did that. And you know, we would go over there once every few weeks or something, and she would make us dinner, and she always made chicken casserole, which was my favorite, and she knew it was my favorite. And like, no one can make her chocolate biscuits like she can. Like, my grandpa, he makes them pretty good too, but like, grandma was like queen bee of the chocolate gravy and biscuits, and like, Joanne could make them too, almost as good as her. So like, now I have two people who are gone who can make the chocolate gravy and biscuits. So, well, I mean, grandpa can still make them, and he makes them pretty good too, but it's just like, that was grandma's specialty. Everyone loved chocolate gravy and biscuits, everyone loved her food. And like, I would go over there and be like, Grandma, how do you make these things? And she'd be like, well, you know, bring out me like stacks and stacks of recipe books. She's like, well, these are what I follow, but you know, I have this, and you know, I don't really measure anything. And like, if she didn't have something, she would substitute it. And she was like a great storyteller. And like, when I was really younger, I spent a lot of time with her, like in the summers, and like, I would always use her sewing kit, and like, she had this huge box of sewing stuff, so I was always in it, like getting in her fabrics and everything. And she loved all her grandkids so very much, and it just, like, losing her was a complete shock. And it's been so hard without them, like, because there's been times where I go to say something like, oh yeah, is that Grandma and Grandpa's? I mean, like, I was at Grandpa's. Or like with Joanne, you never said, oh, I'm just going over the Joanne's, or I'm going over the Phillips. You said, I'm going to Philip and Joanne's. You never had Philip without Joanne. And you know, those little things like that really get to me. And it's just not having them this Christmas is so hard, because, like, you know, we always get together Christmas Eve, but when my mom makes the big breakfast, they're both there too, and they won't be this year. This is part of the reason why I didn't want to do this video right away, because I don't feel like I'm ready to talk about losing them without getting super emotional. But I thought I should explain why sometimes my videos may seem awkward, talking about family and being together, because it's two less people that we get to see and spend time with. And it's awful. It's so hard not having them here, not being able to share these memories with them. I mean, I know they're still around. I mean, little little things have happened that it's like, oh, Joanne was here, or oh, like I've had dreams about them. Like, sorry guys, it's so hard not to cry thinking about them. Especially, you know, winter months make things a lot worse. Like, I don't know if you guys are believers in like paranormal or anything like that, like, you know, people visiting you in your dreams, but like after Joanne passed away, we had something weird happen in the house where like these Disney things fell, and it's like, well, okay, that has to be her because she loved Disney. And that's why I have the Cinderella castle, because that's for my aunt. She loved Disney, and the quote, "When you wish upon a star," is for her, because at my wedding, my Uncle Philip and I danced to that song, and he was like, "This is for Joanne." And but anyways, so like that happened after she passed away. They fell and they were Disney things, and then she came to me in a dream right after the wedding. I was on my way home, and this is a crazy story, so I have to share it. I was on my way home from school in my dream, and I was talking to my grandpa who's passed away. He passed away in 2012. I was talking to him, you know, just asking him how he's doing, and like crazy things. Like, he asked me if it was raining here, and I was like, I don't think so, not yet anyways. And when I woke up, it had been raining, and it was gonna rain some more that day. But so I'm on the phone with him, and then I get home and I get in my room, put my stuff down, and then my aunt walks into the bedroom. And so I tell like my grandpa I have to get off the phone, because my aunt just walked in. She has a stack of sweatshirts. They're like Disney sweatshirts, a gray one and a maroon one, and I don't know what else, but I know like they're Disney and those colors. And then I had to wake up. Why couldn't I have slept longer? But anyways, so I tell my mom about this dream I had with Joanne, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, you have to come inside, because we were outside talking. So we go inside, and she has this stack of sweatshirts, gray one, a maroon one, and there's some Disney ones in there. Crazy, right? So yeah, they both have come to me in my dreams. Like, I had them back to back for a couple nights a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I miss them like crazy. And it's so hard sometimes doing these videos and talking about family, because I miss them so much. And it's just like thinking about the things, like, because this is our first Christmas, you know, first holidays without them, and it just, you know, I have those sad moments when I'm talking about Christmas and our traditions, and knowing that they're not going to be there this year is so very hard. It is one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with, and it just, you know, I wanted to share with you guys. Like, I don't even know what to say, honestly, because I could go on and on and on about how much I love them and how great they are, but I'm gonna end up being like a boiling hot mess. So I just wanted to like share a little bit with you guys. Like, I might do a video later, like talking more about them and just how wonderful they are, like even more than what I've already talked about. But I just wanted to share with you guys the struggle I'm dealing with this holiday season. So like, I appreciate you guys watching this. I hope I didn't make you as sad as I am, and I hope you guys didn't cry either. Like, I'm sure you didn't, maybe, but yeah, I just thought it was necessary to kind of talk to you guys about this, you know, the struggle that I'm dealing with this holiday season, and so is my family, and that's why things might be a little awkward in some videos, and I don't know for sure, but just in case they are, you guys know why they are, because it is really hard talking about Christmas and talking about like our traditions and being with family, because they're not here, and I love them very much. And I'm gonna stop talking and I'll share with you guys some memories and photos of them, because they were truly amazing, beautiful people.